Welcome back, everybody, to Final Fantasy XIV Online. We are going to go and check out. I know I'm torn between about three different things. So, on the one hand, we have our Moogle Treasure Trove quest still happening. A Moogle Treasure Trove First Hunt for Genesis still happening. On the other hand, we really need to get our character through the storyline as well. So I'm kind of torn between two places. I do have an intriguing little orange arrow on my thing. The best inventions. Slay ice sprites and obtain their cores. Let's go and do that while I think about what I want to do. Because I'm also thinking that it would be a really good idea to go and check out what events are happening, what gates are happening up at the... I know we'll get there. What gates are happening up at the gold saucer? Why do I have little monsters here with things above their heads? Because they're ice sprites. And we could, of course, go and do a couple of dungeon runs, which would help. I know, I'm not sure why I'm worried about that hippo surf, because it probably won't come after me because I'm a little bit big for it to tackle, and it knows. All right, 3 ice sprites for their cause. Let's go. Okay, 2. I mean, the game is right. There are more ice sprites up over here, but these are just so convenient. We might as well have a shot at them. All right, let's go. We'll head on back and see how this is going. See how young Sid is going and if this will help him get his memory back. Here he is. Sid, have you obtained the cores? If so, please show them to me. Here you go. What an amazing device. But is it truly an alembic, sir? I've never seen its like before. I, too, am unsure what to make of this machine. Well, certainly impressive. I've no idea how to make use of it. Nevertheless, if it is as effective as he claims, it will be a great boon to the infirmary. Think of the medicines we could create, the lives we could save. Even so, I wonder. Ware thee, kindly stranger, bearer of gifts. Ware thee, the kindly stranger, bearer of gifts, wondrous and strange. For his generosity comes at a cost. Oh, you again. Their earnest efforts are but a means to an as yet unknown end. Moreover, you should be wary of associating with individuals who have interfered with the questioning of a suspected heretic. They did what? Bless you, Inquisitor, for coming along when you did. We almost succumbed to the temptation proffered by these unbelievers. Oh man, this guy is such a piece of work. Why does that man detest us so? Is it because we interrupted Lord Francel's trial? Whatever his reasons, he clearly means to oppose us at every turn. Yeah, he does, doesn't he? He's a menace, and we will have to deal with it. All right, Sid. Sid is concerned about Inquisitor Guillaim. Before we can persuade Lord Drillimon to help us, it seems we must convince Inquisitor Guillaim that we are not his enemy. But just how might we go about doing that? We know little and less about the good Inquisitor, despite him being such a prominent figure in Coerthas. Perhaps we should learn more by speaking with the people of Whitebrim Font. Share your findings with Alphino in the square. I'm sure he can formulate a strategy from there. I can do that. Oh no, there goes my battle budgie. I shall bribe him back with more lettuce. Up, Geisel greens. In the square. The square's down here, isn't it? Yes, it is. And Alphino is not where I thought he was. Albois, why am I talking to you? Inquisitor Guillain, haven't the foggiest of whom you speak. Unbeliever. Aye, we have learned of your deeds at Witchdrop. I will not be party to whatever dastardly screams you've hatched against the Inquisitor. Away with you. Oh, great. Well, this is going to go just fine and dandy, isn't it? I know, and then I get lost in the storeroom, thus adding to my many, many sins in the eyes of these people. Grr. All right. Patrick? Under Inquisitor Guillain's watchful gaze, unprecedented numbers of heretics have been unmasked and brought to justice. They say he goes days without sleep, so great is his devotion. Blessed are we to have such a goodly, righteous man to protect us. You're scared of him, and I don't blame you. Definitely do not blame you. House to fort. Hey. The Holy See has decreed that the Inquisitors are arbiters of Heloni's will. They are to be afforded every courtesy and the utmost respect, which they abuse without qualm, like everyone else afforded such respect. This is a problem. Question the people of Whitebrim. Jolot? Inquisitor Guillain. Yes, of course I know him. Alas, I've not seen him since the day he came to Whitebrim Font, several moons ago. My memory is somewhat muddled, but I recall that a blizzard nearly buried us in snow that day, and I had the ill fortune of being assigned to the night's watch. While the stronghold slept, we walked the walls and patrolled the exterior in a darkness black as pitch. My route took me outside the eastern gate at one point, where I caught sight of a silhouette illuminated by the light of the city. Thinking it was a wayward traveller, I cried out and gave chase, but slipped and took a terrible fall. When I woke, it was days later in this very bed, where I've lain recuperating from my injuries ever since. I had tried to rescue him, but in the end, Inquisitor Guillain rescued me, carrying my unconscious body to the gates. I owe him my life, madam, and I hope one day to repay his kindness. Ah, no. So we are not dealing with the Inquisitor. We got to be dealing with something else. And do dragons shapeshift in Final Fantasy? Well, I don't know. I don't think so, though. I think they stay as dragons, don't they? Brrr. In case you've yet to notice, my attire is ill-suited to this climate. Mate, you should see what they've dressed me in. I realised it soon after our arrival, but paid it no mind, as I had hoped we might find the Enterprise far faster. Instead, we've wasted far too much time meddling in local affairs. Never mind. Our journey is almost at an end. All that remains is to deal with this irksome Inquisitor. Sid tells me you've been busy making inquiries, yes? It should come as no surprise that he is held in high regard. Even so, I'm beginning to suspect he has other reasons for hindering us now. Let us more closely review the testimonials you obtained, Roselore. Mayhap they'll provide insight into Inquisitor Guillain's motivations. Of course. I think we need to go look at a canyon, though. By the Lights of Ishgard, Alphino appears to be deep in thought. Something troubles me about that wounded knight's account. He claims he fell chasing a figure in the darkness that he saw outside the eastern gate. Yes, but the main road leads to the southwestern gate. Since we've arrived in Whitebrim Font, I've seen no travellers arrive by the eastern gate. Moreover, he said he glimpsed a silhouette illuminated by the light of the city, which would imply that the Inquisitor came from north of the eastern gate, not south. But it cannot be so. That way lies naught but a deep chasm. Assuming Sir Jolot is not misremembering the Inquisitor's behaviour that night makes absolutely no sense, at least to me. Mayhap retracing his steps will shed light on this mystery. I told you, we're going to go look at a big chasm, the eastern gate, you say. Well, this is it. Oh. And from the north, you said. Well, that is odd. Oh wait, there's a path. Let's follow it down. Oh boy. Something tells me I'd best not fall into the chasm. What do you reckon? Alright, we'll just follow it to the bottom and we'll see how we go. Ah, that was a lot. Oh. That was a lot further down than it looked. Okay. That's a dragon. A dead dragon. Wow. And there are plasmoids in this canyon. Well, well. I guess now we can investigate the snow mound. Search the air. I found a body. Oh no. Inspect the corpse. Can I carry him back up? So if the Inquisitor's body is at the bottom of the canyon, whose body is walking around as the Inquisitor? Well, well, well. At least we know. And if he's taking out houses that are really effective against fighting the dragons, wow, that's an infiltration and a half, isn't it? And casting doubt on people who would help. Oh my goodness. Yes, I see. That can't be good. Verminiant. This girl is freezing. Alphino. You found something, didn't you? Well, don't keep me waiting in suspense. Let's see it. Sure, here you go. Given the contents of this encyclical, I believe you've just made the acquaintance of the real Inquisitor Guillaume, newly come to Coerthas and murdered on the day of his arrival. Yes, it would have been a simple thing to assume his identity, for even if he were to behave oddly, who would dare question the wisdom of a papal appointment? Still, while this is incontrovertible proof that the Inquisitor is an impostor, we have yet to discern his true identity or why he has decided to oppose us. We must proceed quickly, Roselore, before he learns that his deception has been discovered. Ooh, a weapon coffer. I know, I want a pants coffer. Alphino. Alphino is determined to discover the Inquisitor Guillaume's true identity. Since Lord Drillamont has already been turned against us, I fear that this encyclical alone will not serve to convince him of our claims. Or what about the entire body? We could just go down and bring it up. Oh, all right, well, Alphino. But what might persuade a man so quick to disregard the endorsements of two high houses? The cook did say that the Lord listens to and respects the opinions of his knights. If a certain knight were to provide testimony that supports our claim, yes, mayhap that is the way of it. Confront Sir Jorlo with the evidence you discovered, and see if it helps him recall the truth of that night. As a man of faith, he may find it difficult to cope with such a horrifying revelation. Nevertheless, we must do everything within our power to secure the enterprise. All right, go and upset a good man. Let's go do it. But as a good man, he'd be even more upset if we didn't turn to him for help. So I guess we can't win either way. Jolot. Oh, you have returned? Is there something else you wanted to ask? I found this. The Inquisitor is an impostor. Don't be preposterous. That could not possibly be true. He's a paragon of virtue, a dedicated servant of the Fury. You would have me believe that all this is a lie? If you're so certain that your ludicrous story is true, then go and speak with Ser Prunilla. She was at the Eastern Gate that night, and she helped the Inquisitor carry me here. But I will never speak against the man who saved my life. Oh, truly now. Why can't we just drag someone down by their ears and show them the evidence at the bottom of the canyon? Roselore, I mean, it's only a castle of knights. We've beaten worse. You! I do not believe I know you, madam. Pray move along and trouble me no more. How about I trouble you with this? Are you in the habit of handing bloody documents to strangers? Why would you show me such a dreadful thing? I know naught of it, naught at all. Lady, you know something. What? Do you doubt my words? Away with you! I'll suffer your slander no more. Lady Prunilla, I think you know more than you're letting on. I do doubt your words. Except that, of course, I have to get rid of the speech box before I can show you that. Let's try again. You question Prunilla. I do. You know, don't you? Fury take me. I prayed this day would come. When Sir Jorla gave chase, I followed close behind. He didn't fall. One of those Dravanian abominations lashed out at him, nearly killed him right then and there. I drew my sword and rushed to his side, straining to see the enemy, but what came from the dark was not a beast, but a voice. He knew things about me, about my family, secrets I had never told another. He said that if I kept his confidence, Shajolo and I would be spared, but if I defied him, everyone I loved would suffer unimaginable horrors before they died. When at last I agreed to his terms, the man came forward. His robes marked him as an inquisitor, but I knew him to be false. Together we carried Ser Jorlo to the infirmary, and on his first night in Whitebrim Font, Inquisitor Guillaume was heralded as a hero. Soon after came the accusations. Countless men and women of good moral standing seized, whilst in the possession of draconian rosaries. As I feared, he was condemning the innocent to death. I wanted to confess to Lord Drillamont, wanted to put an end to the madness, but then he would remember the Inquisitors. Then I remembered the Inquisitors' threats, and so I did nothing until Lord Francel was accused. Some time ago I followed the Inquisitor and found that he kept draconian rosaries in a chest hidden southeast of Whitebrim Font. So I took several from his chest and planted them in shipments bound for Skyfire locks. As I hoped, they were discovered and considered evidence of a conspiracy. Yeah, definitely not in the tower, is it? Let's head this way. What we'll do is maybe we should go this way. Let's try this. This way and around, I think. Or I may have to go back out the east gate. Search the area southeast of Whitebrim Font. Oh no, we're right. So what we're looking for, because I accidentally skipped across the last piece, is more evidence. The chest of buried goods, if I recall correctly. Suspicious box. Ah, the rosaries. That's right. All right. Present your findings to Drillimore. So she knew, and she let countless innocents go to their dooms. Good families, those willing to stand against the draconians. Well, well, well. And able to. So, why do you persist in this folly? I will not grant the access to the stone vigil. Do not make me repeat myself. That's okay. You might not do that, but here. There'd better be a very good explanation for why you're carrying these rosaries. And where did you find this papal encyclical? Fury take me, the Inquisitor is a heretic? Never before have I heard such an unbelievable tale, but this evidence and your testimony could have no other explanation. I've misjudged you and your friends, Roselore, and for that I deeply apologize. I'll permit you to enter the outpost, but first I must needs beg your assistance. Help me and my knights bring this infernal impostor to justice. Okay. So I've got nothing that'll bring up my those stats. No. Mithril sabatons, huh? Well, okay then. Lord Drillimore requires your assistance in bringing this heretic, masquerading as Inquisitor Guilherme, to justice. That thrice-damned heretic has murdered countless innocents and made a mockery of our laws. Hells take him and his Drafanian allies. I'm told he makes for Snowcloak even now, intending to pass judgment upon yet another poor soul whom he has branded heretic. If we hurry, there may still be time to prevent another further tragedy. Lend me your strength, Roselore. Together, let us put an end to this impostor's heresy, once and for all. It shall be done. All right, we're getting better at stairs. Heaven knows we've run up and down these enough. We should be getting better at stairs. All right. Snowcloak, is that into... Yeah, it's down here. All right, come on, bird. I have need of you. Jogging is not enough. Can we fly yet? No, we cannot fly yet. So therefore we will run. I have to remember how to unlock flying because it would be really handy right now to have a flying mount. Pretty sure we'll get to see the Behemoth Dominion. Like, it would be nice to unlock it. You know what else would be nice to unlock? I think some food might be in order. Tenacity, vitality, and direct hit rate. Let's eat that next. All right, away we go. Oh, really? Another monster to defeat? I don't know if we can. Oh, 13 seconds. Forget it. I know I was about to go, let's have a go. But no. He won't attack unless we level sync. So that should be fine. These guys won't attack. We're far too big. Yeah, we failed a 40-second fate. Go figure. House Durandare Knight. Good to have you with us, miss. When Lord Drillamont arrives, we're to confront the Inquisitor. If he refuses to go quietly, we'll need to use force. Are you prepared for that eventuality? I sure am. Let's get it done. Let's hope my gear is up to this one. We'll find out. You needn't tremble so, my child. The righteous shall enjoy everlasting peace in Haloni's hall. Only the wicked. But why? Why must I die? By all that is holy, I swear to you that I have never questioned the teachings of Haloni. Inquisitor, release the maid and come with us. My Lord Drillamont, what is the meaning of this interruption? You are aware that I am at present conducting an interrogation, are you not? Silence, villain! I name thee heretic, murderer of Inquisitor Gwylame and countless innocents. You are a traitor to Ishgard, to your own kith and kin. Your sins are beyond measure, beyond redemption. Oh, really? Ah, grave allegations indeed, but you will find your logic is flawed. How can I betray that which I owe no allegiance? No, Lord Drillamont, my conscience is quite clear, I assure you. I wonder, can you say the same? You whose hands are black with the blood of those whose only sin was to question your nation's crazed crusade. You speak to me of Ishgardian innocence? Ha! All are complicit in these crimes, for all live their lives by the Archbishop's lies. But I know you will not hear me, deafened by dogma as you are. If you desire retribution, Lord Drillamont, then come, let us see how Ishgardian steel fares against Dravanian fang and claw. Oh no, this is a really tough one. I remember now. I'm in trouble. Duty commenced. Defeat the Inquisitor. Let's put a little bit of wind on him. This is going to be a battle and a half, isn't it? Ignorant swine, you will soon know the futility of your faith. Right, let's hurt him as much as we can before the big guns arrive. And keep an eye on Drillamont. We're going to call him our tank. That looks bad. I know, I'm missing my paladin right now. I'm going to see if I can lay some healing on Drillamont in a minute. And maybe a bit of regeneration. Alright, let's give this guy a little bit more wind. Someone else is hitting him. That looks unfriendly. Let's turn it away from the battle. That is not a good thing. I don't think he likes me anymore. Gwylame, the Dravanian. I should also probably keep an eye on my own health as well. Just... Oh yeah, definitely. Looks like someone's under attack over there. Uh-oh, did not move fast enough. If anything, I think this one might have been a little bit more easy to. Oh, thank you, my ever vigilant knight. I was going to say this one is a little bit easier to deal with than when I was doing it as a paladin. Whew, that was close. My glamours dispelled. Your plans lie in ruin, heretic. Choose your words wisely, for they will be your last. You may not recall the many Ishgardians I have sentenced, but the families of the dead will never forget. Blood has been repaid with blood, and for that I am content. My only regret is that you yet live. But your end is nigh, foreigner. The dragons within the stone vigil will rend you asunder, and when you are dead, Whitebrim Font shall fall. Defiant to the last. Leave the body for the crows. His ilk deserve naught better. Roselore, I must apologize for involving you in this sordid business. You should never have been asked to intervene in Ishgardian affairs of state. Rest assured, I have not forgotten the matter which first brought you into our midst. It is past time you were reunited with your heirship. But this is not the place to discuss such matters. Pray visit me at Whitebrim Front, and bring your associates. Whew. Well, that was a tough little fight, wasn't it? Let's go. Only 5 minutes remaining. We'll leave that one alone too. All right. Let us go and progress our storyline. We're going to speak with Alphino. Where have you been, Roselore? The false Inquisitor has been slain, has he? Yes. Well, his was a tale like to end in bloodshed. Though you have overcome the latest in a long line of unfortunate impediments, I would ask you not to revel in your victory just yet. We can celebrate. We can celebrate once we have secured the Enterprise. That bird. Constant bribery with the Geisel greens. Oops. No, don't throw them. Be very upset. Alphino. Come here, Fluffy. You and me. Alphino is eager to enter the stone vigil. As I'm sure you will agree, it is past time we entered the stone vigil. Pay Lord Drillamon a visit and remind him of his obligation to us. Sid and I will follow anon. Look at all these quests that just sprang up around us at the completion of that little marker. What is my journal looking like? 14 out of 30. We didn't do too badly then. All right. Ser Brienne is concerned for a comrade who has taken a tumble off a snow-covered cliff. You're that Roselore, aren't you? Well met, well met. Give us a hand. One of the dragoons has fallen clean over the cliff. He lives, praise the Fury. We could tell that much from the top. A brother knight stayed behind on the cliff and awaits a coil of rope. See here, can you go to the keep for the rope and deliver it thither. I'm for the infirmary. All right, well, you go get yourself patched, and I'll go find your brother and rescue him. Muriz? Muriz is concerned for a lost patrol fighting for warmth out in the howling blizzard. It's an ill night for patrols in this blizzard. We had contact via link pearl. One of the parties has managed to blunder into the Behemoth's dominion of all places. The cold and fatigue have robbed them of their mobility. I've heard it said you are as a snow wolf, feeling the cold far less than other women. If you can get this Brandewine to the patrol, you'll save lives tonight. One more thing, adventurer. Do not presume to provoke the Behemoth to battle. You will fail, and you will die. Rescue the dragoons. That is your task this day, and not more. Blood sacrifice. Honest men make the best conspirators, and Ser Daimbert would seek your help with his own transformation. Adventurer, a word I heard from Sir Ferdeloy and another, though they know naught of my special interest. You're a woman, just and clement. Help me free my brother from the dungeons. My brother was condemned to hard labour for desertion, but the Holy See now declares desertion to be heresy, and his life is forfeit. They speak falsehood with their reasoning, and I no longer have faith that they are one with Heloni. Lawrence is doubly innocent, for he never deserted. He left his post, yes, but to treat with an Uldan trader for medicine that saved his betrothed's life. Much have I given Ishgard, and willingly, but they shall not take my brother, and they shall not take the truth. Ferdelay alone guards him, and he is a great one for a nap, especially when he's been kept at the card table all night. I've seen you move like a shadow. Slip in and take his key. Give the dungeon key to Laurence, and wish him the speed of the Fury. Tell him I've cached supplies and a disguise in the usual place. Meanwhile, I shall prepare a distraction and cover all our tracks. We shall speak later. Oh no. Alright, this is the rope we're going to need, so we'll grab that. Okay. Berengot. Ser Berengot strikes you as a man with a sizable chip upon his shoulder, and such men are often ready to spend handsomely in the Bone Collector. Venturer, how'd you like to assist a dragon slayer? I put a bolt through a dragon while manning the ballistae overlooking the gorges. I saw its death throes and then it plunged. But nobody will believe me. I had not the time to collect the trophy before I was relieved, and they will not credit what they do not see. The carcass is out there in the bottom of a gorge, just waiting to be claimed. I hear you can find anything, and I need a dragon bone to show the others. Sure, happy to help. Forsmart? Rumour has it that Forsmart has a job that involves travel. I am a part of an expedition to Snowcloak. Know you that great ice wall that swells like a braggart's tail? There's much danger in those parts, and so 'twas that my group took on sellswords. However, affrighted by the creatures that stalk the wilderness, they abandoned their post and fled. Now what manner of cravenness is this? It beggars all belief. You leave no stone unturned to complete your mission, they say. What say you? Will you guard the expedition? We're sore in need of a sword arm. You'll know more from Ordulac at Snowcloak. Be well, adventurer. Keep my people safe. You're just assuming a lot there, aren't you? Alright, and I think I've got to go downstairs for the dungeons. Let's just toddle in here and grab whatever quest this one is. Up the stairs, down the stairs. Up the stairs, down the stairs. Here we go. Astidian. Physician, find yourself. Head Chirurgeon Astidian would have you escort a most valuable prize from Camp Dragonhead. As you may have noticed, this area is much troubled by many a wild and savage creature. This is, of course, in addition to dragons, which are all the enemy that Ishgard acknowledges by and large. This has taxed the infirmary beyond all natural limits, and the healers show signs of becoming patients. After some doing, I have managed to secure a chirurgeon from Camp Dragonhead. From the reluctance they evinced at the transfer order, he must have great promise. I would be easier in my mind if you would escort him here. Okay. From the reluctance they evinced at the transfer order, I'm sure. Let's go this way. Verdelay, my good friend. Just Roselore. Did you just search that? Oh dear. Very well then. I know, I got lost. Laurence. You, I'm glad to see you again, to bid you thanks for saving my beloved's life. Do you bring news of her today? Well, no, not exactly. It might not be the key to her heart, but Dame Bert, I thought he'd forsworn me, for he came not once to see me. I cursed him in my mind, but his cruelness was kindness after all. I know of the hiding place he speaks. Tell him I shall miss him, and to preserve himself from harm. But I swear to return, to fetch away my lady. How about I bring her to you? Not that the game gives me that option, but I would, just to keep him out of harm's way. Alrighty, we need to fetch Dragonbone. I wonder if it's the one in the abyss. Look somber. I'm telling you of how a jackal ate the cook's cat. Success? Good. When? Hour of the wolf. I'll lose my works then. He must never return. I left him instructions. He shall send for her, and I will see she is protected and unpursued. Oh, good. There is only death for him here. The beast tore the animal to shreds. What a shame to lose a good ratter. To the greenwood, desert or the sea, anywhere but here. Likely I shall never see him again, but at least he lives, and it's thanks to you. Remember that you spent the past bell seeking Charmaine's rosary. It's in your pocket. Be seen with her soon. Right. Let me just check. Yeah. Alrighty. Time for a little jaunt into the crevasse. He's fishing. That's good to remember. I'll have to remember that if there's a fishing point here. I'm like, what's he doing? There's no rocks. There's plenty of rocks, just not the sort he's looking for. Down the bottom to the dragon carcass that we found, and the Inquisitor's body, no doubt. No, not you, Fluffy. You stay back. I need to get this bone. Right. So he was the one who brought the dragon down. Wow. Okay, the bone collector. Ice Daily. Let's find out where that one is. I know, I nearly fell off the cliff again. Yeah, I do mean again. I have fallen off that cliff before. He's still fishing. We too will go fishing eventually. Oh yeah, he's just up here, isn't he? I was going to say, I wasn't sure if he was in underneath. Berengot, did you get my dragon bone? Yes, that was my first dragon, you know. It's special. There you go. Yes, yes, dragon bone. Who's spinning yarns now, huh? By the fury. Berengot Dragonslayer, blessed in the eyes of Haloni. I have dreamed of this. Do you realize that I should be commended by the Archbishop himself? Congratulations. He's so excited. All right, where to next? Now, I'm wondering... Speak with... Okay, Orderlac is almost certainly up at Camp... Oh, Ice Daily down there. All right, might as well get that one done. Where's my bird? You do get to know this canyon fairly well. And of course, there's another. Let's talk to Lancifer. When a man loves a woman, when lovers call, an adventurer must answer. For along with art, truth, and justice, love is one of life's great adventures. Will you hear Lancifer's plea? You are our new protector, is that not so? I must have your help in laying something to rest. There are bodies entombed in the ice over there to the west. When the freeze came, the folk of Falcon's Nest fled, but not all of them in time. One of them was my wife. To search for the corpse of my beloved amongst those folks I knew all my life, 'tis more than I can bear. I beg you to go in my stead. Here is a pick. Find her for me, and bring her back her ring of troth. Okay. Roselore, is it? Oh, Forsmart sent you. By the Ruth of Haloni, you are welcome here. We had even contemplated abandoning the expedition for lack of guards. The dragoons can be of no help, they say, stretched thin as they are with the dragon wars. Your presence is truly fortuitous. Sure. Orderly seems glad of your presence and cannot wait to set you to work, I bet. Settled in, Roselore? Ready to work, mayhap? Excellent. There's a trio of hipposerfs that must be culled, for they have taken to standing in the way and procrastinating endlessly over which patch of ice to lick. No one is as fierce as a researcher robbed of their research. Oh my goodness. Let's go. So this one that we're heading for now, this is the I think I can get up over here. Yeah. This is the Lost Beloved. If you're a lower level than me, these things on the ice as you climb are a real menace. Oh, I can't remember which way I've got to go. I think it was actually up that slope there. We'll see. Let's go up here. Maybe it was this way. I remember I fought my way up here with my first character. Ha, a snow boulder. The iron ice pick. And now we collect the ring. Oh. All right. So we can give him the ring of his beloved. The ring of troth. I mean, going down these things is always so much easier than going up. But if you misjudge the height, you're going to be regretting it. And so will your bird, because he's dumb enough to follow you down a drop. Fluffy. Fluffy by name and fluffy by nature. That's all I can say. Man, those things freak me out. Big bad crocodiles. Alright, seems we're going to have to come back here anyway. Let's jog up this way and we'll find these hipposurfs. And we'll take them out so that they're done as well. Which patch of ice to lick? How dare you take your time over your dinner, hipposurfs? There's work to be done. Very good, Fluffy. Nice blow. So there's one there, and there's another one there, and I think there's a third one somewhere up here, isn't there? Oh, we'll find them. Yeah, there they are. I'm just going for this little yellow dot up here in the corner. Let's take this one out. I know, sick him, Fluffy. Ignore my Fluffy by name, Fluffy by nature comment. Alright, let's go get these two off our bat. So it looks like we're just doing all the quests out of Whitebrim Font today. Which isn't a bad idea. We did a few of them last episode, so... You're back so soon. Could you not find her? I found her. Here you go. Ah, that is the ring. The same I slipped on her hand when we were wed. Thank you, adventurer. You are a worker of wonders. In my heart, I had not expected to see this again. The freeze came quickly on the heels of the calamity, but there was as yet a narrow defile. The entire hamlet gathered at its mouth, and we began to pass through it to safety. Not even half of us were through before a snowslide struck. In the confusion, her hand slipped from mine. The surge of snow and the crowd carried me to this side, and she was left behind. I left her behind. When a widowed man or woman takes back the ring of troth, the dead are free to wed again in the afterlife. She was young still and merry of heart. I would that she finds a mate again, though my heart cries out for her to wait for me. Oh, that is so sad. Orderlick. Slain, flayed, and dressed, I see. When you have a chance, you ought to see Snowcloak itself to the west. There was a road there into West Coerthas, but after the calamity the cold came, and with it a wall of ice too thick to penetrate. We must find our way past the ice wall, and that is why we're here. Cut off from the west, we are but half of ourselves. Orderlick. Orderlick is seeking aid for a rescue attempt. Never has the course of research run smooth at Snowcloak. We're bedevilled by ice sprites, for one. I suspect the sprites are to blame for the latest problem. A researcher on a sample drilling duty is late returning to camp. The sprites delight in tormenting some more than others, and well, he's just one of those fellows. Will you rush to his rescue? I will rush to his rescue. The ice sprites. Maybe it's his perfume. I've lost him. No, I haven't. It looks like he's up on the ice too. So no doubt there's a Baratine croc or three that he'll be having to deal with. Let's see if we can save his sorry behind before he turns into another ice block on the hill. There he is. At least he's not so far up as the last one. Oh my goodness. Whey-faced researcher, and he's whey-faced because of that thing. Let me just deal with it. That poor man. All right. Are there any more? No. That little clatter and rattle was this one. We're aiding. You saved me. I think I'm in love with you. Let's return to camp together. Oh, you have something dangerous to do first? All right. I'll see you later. All right. Remind me that true love with him is not an option. Okay. I love you. What? I'll be with you forever. What? You're doing something dangerous? No. I know. Some people are just a little more delicate than most. That's not a good trait to look for in a partner in this line of work. They have to be a little bit tougher so they can survive. You doing what you do. Poor Roselore. Maybe one day, girl. Orderly. Welcome back, Roselore. I just spoke with that Wayface. I made certain he understands you are a busy woman also. Thanks to you, we too can busy ourselves with our mission. There will still be much hardship, but with your help we shall find a way through the ice wall. All right, I'll leave you to it. And guys, I think on that note, I'm going to bid you adieu. If you've enjoyed this episode, please hit like. If you want to see more, please hit subscribe. And I will check you later. Take care out there.